paycheck before payday.
Hi everybody, I'm just playing around with focus at the moment. Making sure I can... Does that look clear? I'm having a hard time with focus today. Seeing must not be great out there. It's kind of hard to focus today. Finding that perfect focus. I'm going to take it out of focus. Hello everybody. Lots of sunspots going on today, and there was lots of flares earlier. I'm hoping they come back. I think this will have to do for now. Does that look okay? Not sure. How's the sound? Is it okay today? Any echo, or does the sound check okay? Testing 1, 2, 3. The sound is bad? Sound is good? Everything good. Okay, great. Alright. I see my reading, my text over one of the sunspots. Let me move this up. Oops, not that. Let me move the text somewhere else here. Oops. Get it out of the way there. How is that? Let's see. Yeah, that's better. It's out of the way. Okay. So I'm using my DayStar. I was almost going to switch to my super wide field because there's another sunspot right below there too. It would be great to get my super that one, but I want to capture the activity, so I'm going to stay right about there or so. And maybe something will happen. There's sunspots all over the place. There's white flares you can see opening up. And I'm going to try and dabble with the focus one more time. No. No, I shouldn't have changed it. It happens every time. I have focus. Thank you, Coach. I appreciate that. $4.99 donation. I do appreciate that. I've been spending a lot of money on this hobby lately. And then I'm going to start capturing this because... Thank you, Coach. I think... I want to actually... there's probably going to be some cool action going on if I can create a time lapse from it. Just going to dabble with the focus one more time again because I'm never satisfied. My seeing conditions aren't superb over here, that's for sure. And the sun is still kind of low in the sky this time of year. Sorry, I haven't been looking at the text. I'm just trying to get everything perfect before I start capturing this. All right, I'm going to go out of focus. Now let's go back in and see if we can find that perfect spot. No. I'll get there. Bear with me. Bear with me. We're going to find it. Such a pain in the butt. Now I'm starting to get aggravated. Come on. I'm going to go way out of focus. Now I'm going to set this to 50. Now I'm going to start going in slowly. Bear with me here. I'm going to keep clicking and I'm going to get closer and closer into focus. But that looks like I'm going out of focus. Let me click outward. Take the focuser out, getting closer, 50 steps at a time. Little closer. Little closer. Almost. One more notch. No, I went too far. Let's reduce the number of steps to 25. 25 steps at a time to get closer. A little bit more. Nope, I'm going too far out again. Too far in. Hi everybody, bear with me, bear with me. I'm going to get this focused. I want to get focused really good before I start recording the sun. And if I don't get this right, it's not my equipment that is going to have a meltdown. It's going to be me. So bear with me. How does that look? I don't know. The sun is... Seeing conditions are not great. You can see that's why the surface looks like it's running through a puddle. It was better earlier. Now that's just not going to fly, man. It's not going to fly. I see birds flying by. Yeah, I think those are birds. Does that look good enough? It doesn't to me. It doesn't to me. It's hard to get pinpoint focus. Should I stick with this? Should I stick with that? Leave it right there? No? Some people say no? Okay. I think you're right. I'm not going to leave it right there. Let me keep trying. I'm sorry for taking so much time trying to focus this. Maybe it wasn't meant to be today. Or maybe I should just switch to my wider scope since we have so much activity going on. Let me zoom in. Maybe that will help me get a better. Let's just look a little, be able to look a little closer. This is going to be a quick session if I can't find focus. The sky outside might not be good enough for me to do this. I can't get it. That's about as good as I can do. No, there's no way. I think it's going to be a bust. I can't get it. I think the seeing is killing me. It's just, it ain't working today, folks. Should I switch to my wider telescope since we got lots of sunspots going on? It might be easier if I used a wider scope today, because today this ain't gonna fly. When seeing is too difficult. Unless you think this is good. Do you think that's good enough? You think, yes, I should switch to a wider, and then we'd be able to see more sunspots. Because, see, I can't fit all the sunspots in this. Why don't I switch to my wide field? It's better? Leave it there? Yeah. See, if I leave it there, can I make a time lapse out of it if this isn't... Switch, please. Better now? I don't know. Okay, I'm going to try a little bit more. And see, the way the seeing conditions are making it as if we're looking through a puddle. I'm using a mono camera. That's why. You going to sleep? Good night. Let's play around with the histogram while we're at it. How's everyone doing? I'm going to switch to my wide scope. I'm not satisfied with this. This might be more interesting to look through a wide scope because there's lots of stuff going on. I'm still debating. I'm still debating. I know I'm driving you guys crazy. I could fit more. You want me to... Okay, let's take a vote. If you want me to switch to my Scout, the wider, say Scout. Or say no. Scout or no. Scout? No. Nope, nope. Okay, well, it looks like it's a tie. You know what? Scout, 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 Scout. Alright, you know what? Let's do the scout. It's going to take me about 5 minutes. We won't need this anymore. Okay, give me 1 second and we're going to switch to my scout. Oh, wait a minute. Now I think the focus looked pretty good. No? It looks a lot more clear right now. What do you think? I'm sorry to flip-flop. But look at those flares. They just showed up right away, didn't they? You know, we got a better view of those flares if I stay with the bigger scope, even though the focus isn't perfect. I'm going to stick with this, guys. Sorry to keep flip-flopping. And I'm going to record it. 15-second videos. Start. I love when flares just show up all of a sudden, and that looks like a huge flare right there. It got better. I'm recording that. So if you're just joining, the black areas are sunspots and the white areas are flares, and that flare is growing. Let me open up my focus back. I'm not going to use focus right now at the moment, but I'm just going to have it ready if I lose it. Even though I'm not polar aligned, this is looking, my tracking is pretty steady. I'm not even polar aligned. I just took a best guess. You can see definitely these flares open up. There's usually flares open up around sunspots. Now it's getting dimmer again. Sunspots last for a long time, but flares and filaments are the ones that open up and they move around a lot. And I'm recording a video of this every... what's that? Every 20 seconds. I think it's a lot more crisp than it was. I think I can live with this kind of focus. What do you think? Is it all right? I mean, look, I have an iPad, so I try to see what you guys are looking at. It's hard to get, I mean, I could keep going back and forth with the focus, but it... I'm impressed. I haven't touched my guiding in a while. This thing is holding steady. But I'm going to move it now, right after this. I'm going to put it more in the center after this next recording is done. All right, let's go right about there. I want to move my text a little bit more. Hi everybody. How's everyone? We got some sunspots going on. We got big white flare going on. I've been struggling with focus, but maybe after I capture all this data, I'll be able to sharpen it a little better. That flare is really getting big now. Look how bright it got. And that's what... Are you kidding me? Don't tell me there's clouds. There wasn't a cloud in the sky before. No. Just a momentary... That'll pass in a moment. Let's take a look here. Yeah, I'm going through this cloud right there. figures. The only part of the sky that is in. And that's... Can you believe it? That figures. Boy, that flare is smoking. Look at that. It really opened up now. That thing is super white. Yeah, chemtrail. That flare is massive. And it opened up right in front of our eyes. I love that. When you see the change right in front of your eyes, that's awesome. In fact, it's moving so much that probably my 20-second intervals between my videos is probably not... I should probably shorten the interval in between the... But it would just fill up my hard drive so fast. I think it's looking a lot more clear right now. Can't believe that flare. That thing's just getting wider. I didn't see a plane, but I'm seeing a lot of birds fly by. I didn't see a plane, though. Okay, I'm gonna... Let me recenter. Yeah, I'm seeing lots of birds. Or insects. I think I moved it a little bit too much to the left. I want to keep these close for my time lapse. Oops. The flare just keeps getting bigger. That looks good. The birds, right. Alfred Hitchcock. Hey, I'm curious, guys. This is not a political issue I want to bring up, but did you guys see this? I'm sure everybody has seen it. Will Smith punched Chris Rock. I'm curious what you guys think. I mean, do you guys feel this is assault and he should be charged or punished for it? Or do you think, well, he's just a man defending his wife, let it go? I'm curious what everybody thinks here. Just wondering. Fake? Oh, you think the whole thing was fake, Coach? I was watching it live, and I thought it was a skit at first, but when they started muting everything, I'm thinking, oh, wow. You think the whole thing was staged? Now, I would have thought that too, but then when they muted it for 30 seconds, I'm thinking, okay, well, if this is an act, why can't they let us hear what's going on? And that's when I started thinking maybe that was real. But, hey, I personally, I think it was real. You think he should have, yeah, he should have realized, yeah, John Doe doesn't care. The F-bombs, not fake, yeah. Yeah, I think Chris Rock was laughing at, I think he was just in shock. Can you see how fast that flare closed up? Wow, I hope my time-lapse... I don't know if my time-lapse is going to get all that. It's happening too fast. I can't believe that. Wow. That flare really closed down. It seemed like my focus actually improved when the flare was happening. I'm hoping it opens back up. You can see it's... I'm still passing through that chemtrail, I think, as someone called it. Not much of it left anymore. Yeah. What does some of my raw data look like? Capture. Let's go back here. I don't want to. Yeah, we're still passing through those clouds or chemtrail. What exactly is a chemtrail? Is that left over from a plane? Or I never actually looked up the definition of what a chemtrail is. Although I hear that term all the time. Yeah, oh, you can now there's a flare opening up in another spot right there. You see that? Maybe that's going to become huge. That flare is growing fast. Oh my gosh. my intervals are not. You know what? I'm going to leave it at 20-second intervals between videos, but I know that's not enough. I've never seen activity happening this fast. Those flares are coming and going. I'm staying on this spot because I want to make a time lapse out of it. We've got sun. If you're just joining us, this area looks like it's probably 2 to 3 Earths wide. That's just huge sunspots. But the main action are these flares opening up here, and there was a huge one earlier here. Yeah. All right. Let's see something here. All right. I'm going to offload these to my backup drive, so I don't want to fill up my main boot drive. I've got a folder set up already. Now I don't have to worry about filling up my hard drive. Condensate? Condensate? Okay. Contrails? That is? Thank you. I gotta look that up because I sound like a fool when I try to talk about stuff I don't really know what it is. Yeah, we had a huge flare just open up right over here if you're just joining us. I don't know what this Leo Neal is doing, but I'm going to have to... Yeah, that ain't cool. Sorry, Neil. I'm going to have to... Or... Leo. Leo, please stop or I'm going to have to get rid of you. I think it looks pretty clear. I'm not going to touch the focus right now. Good day, everybody. Leo says sorry. No problem, Leo. It's hard for me to keep track of them because I'm looking at the sun and I'm looking at the conversation. Patriot Astro. How does Detroit consistently get better skies than Atlanta? I don't know, man. We had a pretty bad winter, so... And if you saw the forecast, this is the last good day. That's why I wanted to get the sun today, because let me look at the forecast. I don't think our skies are that great. Let me see. Wednesday rain, Friday clouds, Saturday clouds, Sunday clouds. No, the forecast is horrific. You know, the picture is a lot more. It seems like the flare actually helps me get better focus. I'm hoping for the flare closed up again. There's only a trace of it here. And my frame rate is 89.6. That's very good. That means I'm connected at USB 3.0. If I was only connected at USB 2.0, which I was having issues with earlier in prior days, I would only be getting about 14 frames per second. So I'm staying in this area because I'm recording and hopefully trying to get a cool time lapse out of this. Flares have been opening up and closing if you're just joining us. Should we try and process one of these to see how clear the picture actually is? Dare I try and focus it again? Should I try? Because now the focus looks like it's gone out a little bit on me. I don't want to touch it, I'm afraid. Process one? Yeah, let's process one. Okay, hang on one second. See, when the sun is very jiggly, the seeing conditions are terrible. Look at that. The seeing conditions are horrible at the moment. Let's process one of these bad boys. Where's my mouse? My mouse is giving me issues at the moment. When I have too many USB things going on at the same time, my mouse just does not want to cooperate. Let's open up Auto Stacker. Now I created a master. A flat master. Let's see. Well, I captured one. Oops, not that. Where is it? Sun. Is this my flat master? That looks like it. Doesn't really look like I picked up the... All right. Create flat master. Let's make sure I'm still capturing here. I gotta say, my guiding is perfect. I must have nailed polar alignment. It was just a guess. But I'm going to give it a little bit of an adjustment more to the center. Hang on one second. No. I like that. I like that right there. I'm glad I didn't touch focus. I think that's okay right there. Okay. Let's pick one. Where we have a flare. Oh, okay. This one's got a flare right there. Let's load in the Load flat, master flat. Meh. Looks like it's a little darker on that side. Let's analyze. Definitely darker on the right side. Sometimes my flares, my time lapses do well, and other times they don't. I actually have a NASA APOD for a solar time lapse years ago, so I know how to do them, but my data was never always great. Okay, we're processing one right now where there's a huge flare. I don't know if the data's going to come out good enough. If the data looks crappy, I'm not even going to bother trying to process it. I wish another flare would open up. Those are so cool when they happen, but they don't last very long. If you're just joining us, you can back up. It takes a while to process because now I'm finally getting a lot of frames per second, so my files are a lot bigger. Oh, come on back. I want to see some more flares. Come on. We had some awesome flares earlier. I'm glad I captured them earlier. I'm still stacking the data because I want to see how they look. How can I see how old my computer is? I wish I knew. I'm using a very old, non-fast... My heavy-duty computer, it's an i7, is in the basement. This is an old i5. It's so old, I can't even remember it when I bought it, but I bet it was over 10 years ago. I wish I could find out exactly how old it is. I'm going to move this more to the center. My data is all over the place. I hope that doesn't screw me up when I'm trying to align it. I should have done a better job with this, of keeping it to the center. I could have put on a bullseye, but that's distracting. You can add a bullseye. Okay, I'm still in the analyze process. Come on, boy! Come on, flares! We want flares! We want flares! Not that big of a turnout today. 101 people watching. I see little dots. I'm hoping they open up into big time flares. You see those little dots? I have it right here. I'm hoping they open up into big flares. I don't know how well you can see that in the stream. I should bring the i7 upstairs. I know. It's time to switch. The thing a lot of times though, when I'm capturing imaging, I can be processing the heavy duty work in the basement. So it's kind of convenient at first to leave my older computer up here for just for capturing. But I should just buy a new i7. Yeah, I'm not going to touch the focus. This is about as good as I can get it today. And it's just too jiggly right now to really see the sun that well. But I'm hoping it stacks okay. Okay, so let's... That looks like a bit much. No, let's go 104. How much percentage of the data should I keep? I have 13... I'm going to keep 25% of the data. And now we're going to stack it. Stack it, brother. There's my scope right there. Oh, man. The power line. I'm going to be running into a power line. I hope that doesn't make too much of a difference. I should have had the scope backed up more to avoid that power line. Viewer activity. What is this? Oh, let's see stream health. Stream is healthy. Excellent connection. Okay, that's good. Excuse me. Still stacking the data. I can't wait to see it when it's stacked. Then we'll go through a quick process and see what this data looks like. Come on, plane, right. Right. Oh, I should show you what the graph looks like for the plane. It's hilarious. You want to see what the graph looks like for the plane? Oh, I can't do it. Oh, maybe I can. Maybe I can. Manage videos. Manage videos. I want to show you this. No, not that one. Wrong one. Look at the graph of when people were actually watching it. And then when the plane flyby happened on my last live stream, look at the viewership there. I thought that was hilarious. That's because I was spreading links around social media about the plane flyby, and that's what everybody wanted to see what the hoopla was about, the hubbub. So that's what that graph looks like. Let it out, Chuck. Oh, man, come on, I want more flares. Bring on the flares. We want flares. Am I still stacking? I'm almost done. Now here's the problem. When you see a lot of images on Instagram or something of people capturing the sun, they invert the sun. It brings out more details in the texture, but when you invert it in your processing, all of a sudden, black sunspots appear white and white flares appear black. That's why I don't like inverting if there's actually activity on the sun. So that's what happens. I mean, a lot of fake stuff going on in astrophotography, and even with the sun, they're inverting it to show more detail, but you're getting the wrong impression of flares and sunspots. Almost done. I'm going to open up PixInsight real quick. That's what my channel looks like when I'm live, huh? There's my scope pointing at the sun. And that's my Rasa right there I was imaging last night. Thank you, Coach, for... Is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Okay. Well, what? You know what? I changed my data. I changed my OBS. Are you guys okay with the streaming? I can see what you guys see on my iPad, and it looks good. I tried to increase my settings so you guys could see a better picture, but I don't know if that really helped or made it worse. It's perfect? It's all good? Okay. Yeah, I improved the bit rate, and I'm going to compare this stream with prior streams to see if I can see a difference. But I can't do it for now. See, the sun is, the seeing conditions are not very good because you can see when the sun is so jiggly and as if we're looking through a puddle, you know, that's just seeing conditions making it, the atmosphere is just making it jiggle. Okay, we are done processing. I mean, we are done stacking. Let's process one of those hang on one second. I don't want my hard drive to fill up. I got to move these to my backup drive. Cut. Okay. All right. Let's process one of these suckers. I'm not very good. We're just at this processing stuff. But we're just going to do a quick run through here. I'm going to crop it to the good spots. Okay. Doesn't look like there's very much detail going on right there when you actually see the raw data. Okay. Now let's try and do a little sharpening. Okay, that brought out a little more detail. Ooh, that looks much better, don't it? After a little bit of sharpening there. No, that's... Oh, look at that flare. That is nuts. Hey, let me make sure this is still centered the way I want. Okay. All right, now let's do a little... Let's try and... What does this do? Dang, that looks pretty cool, don't it? This is just, we're processing one of the raw videos I captured. And let's make this a color image. Normally I could do color in Photoshop with the exact values, but let's turn up the red there. Bring down the green. Bring down the blue even more. We go for more of that orange look. Yeah, I don't know if that's really a good orange. You know, let's not do color right just yet. Let's try and bring out even more detail. Whoop, 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 whoop. What do you guys think? I can do a much better job trying to sharpen this, but you can see that flare is nuts. Here, let's do this. Let's save it as. There's certain values in PixInsight, I mean in Photoshop, that really give you a good. Let me make sure I'm still in the center here. I'm still capturing. Okay. Let's open up Photoshop and get some color on that. My Photoshop likes to... Okay, whoop, whoop, whoop. Crap. Open. Desktop. It's going to crash. It does it all the time. Crash already. Yeah. Whenever I change directories, it likes to crash. Hey, it's old computer. Open. Now I can do this. Drive E, sun. Processed. Okay. Let me double check where the sun is. I want to make sure it's still in the center. Oh man, are we going through clouds again? Oh, let me just look at the... I don't see them there. Why did it get dark? We must be going through something. Did it get dark, or is that just my imagination because we're looking at... I definitely see clouds passing by. A little wavy. I'm going to keep capturing. Here, let's do this. Image, mode. It is in RGB. You go to levels. Gosh, what do I set red at? I already forgot. 1.6? Let's try that. And we set green 0.8. We set blue at 0.2. What if I say auto color? Sometimes I like that. What if I do auto contrast? I like seeing what it thinks. Not that big. What do you guys think? That's one of the things I captured. Oh, there's lag now, huh? Is the sound okay? Let me know if it fixes itself. I think it's getting better again. Yeah, I heard it was lagging. Sound is good? Okay. I'm going to see if I can fix OBS real quick. I was playing around with the settings, and maybe I overdid it. I don't know if I can fix the settings on the spot here. Stream, general. Give me 1 second. I saved my old settings just in case I screwed something up. Streaming. I don't think I'm allowed to change while I'm... wait. I don't think I can change it while I'm... Yeah, we'll just have to bear with me here. It ain't gonna fix itself. Yeah, amazing sunspots today. I'm sorry about the lag. I was messing with, this, and I shouldn't have done it. Oh, you know what? I'm going to drop the bit rate at least to what it was before. 2500. I don't know if it will accept it during the 2500. No, let's cancel that. Bear with me, folks. I'm going to get there. I want to put it to where it was before. 2500. Very fast. 2. Very fast. None. Okay. And what did I change video at all? No, I don't think I changed the video. That's all I did. Apply. It's good now? Well, I changed it. I don't know if that made a difference. It could have been just my cable company. And here's one of my processed images. Auto levels. Wait, contrast. Well, here, now let me show you something now. A lot of people will go in this direction. Let's start after the sharpen. Now, here's what a lot of people like to do with their image. They will invert it. And it really brings out some... But now you see when you invert it, now all of a sudden the spots have turned white and the flares have turned black. You see this a lot on Instagram. A lot of people like to do this. But it's just backwards if you ask me. I'm not a fan of that. But the texture looks cool. But the flare, it just doesn't work. You can't have black flares, and you see that all the time on Instagram. I'm still capturing a lot of data. So stay tuned. I'm going to try and put together a time lapse. It's probably going to take me a couple of days, but let me move these files, offload them. So let me see. I've been capturing data since 1:42. Not even an hour yet. Cyril? No, I never tried Cyril. Oh man, I can't believe no more flares have returned. But we got some good ones earlier. Is that filament new? I don't remember this long filament right there, that line. Did that just show up recently? Yes, okay. Looks like we didn't get any other. That is what a processed image looks like. The flare is so ridiculous. What can you do when it looks like it's blown out, but that flare is super white. There's nothing you can do. My tracking is amazing. I really got my scope in a good spot right now. I almost never have to make corrections. No, a filament. Oh, it looks like that. No, filament is not a flare. Filament is plasma that's being thrown above the surface of the sun, whereas flares are like cracks that open up on the sun and they're white hot. I'll be right back. I want to take a look outside for a second. I can see there's a huge lag again. I'm going to go back to my old settings. Sorry about that. Next time I'll go back to my old settings. Now it says excellent connection. I don't know about that. Yeah, I can tell it's. I'll when I'm offline, try and make sure this doesn't happen again. But it could be the cable company that is just messing me up. I thought the changes I made were pretty insignificant. I could lower the stream. You want to try something real quick? I'm curious. Well, no, this probably won't work. What if I did? Oh, I can't change these settings. I thought I could change the video resolution, but I can't. Wait, I want to make sure you just see my old settings again. Very fast, 2500, 19 by 20, and force streaming. Encoder. Yeah. I didn't really change anything except the bitrate. And now I put the bitrate back down. I think it's just a cable company not guaranteeing me a good connection. The sun is getting a little more dim, and I think I know why. It's very possible. I'm going through that power line now. I think that is messing me up, man. My fault for putting the mount down. I can see it getting. You can see it getting dimmer, and the power line moved. It gets brighter, and hopefully it won't take long to pass it. I can't wait to see the time lapse on this. Whoa, it's really dark. I think it's going to get better when I get past that power line. I'm not going to adjust. I don't want to adjust the exposure time right now. That's not cool though. Is that really the power line, or am I going through? It's got to be the power line. That power line is really thick, and my scope is right under it. I'm going to take a look. Yeah. That's what I think is happening. Give it about 5 minutes or 10 minutes, and it'll come back. I don't want to mess with the exposure. Time lapses just don't look right when you change the exposure time in the middle of them. It makes it hard to do a linear fit. Oh, you like the processed image? Thanks. Yeah. And then the Hogarth. Hey, thank you. I appreciate that. Hogarth. Hope I'm saying that right. You got me up to $10.87. I appreciate it. I have been spending a lot of money lately. Maybe the sun is cooling down. I'm going to adjust it. It finally looks like it's leaving. Yeah, that's good. As soon as I get past that power line, I'm sure if the sun is going to start getting brighter again. I'm sure that's what it is. Because that doesn't look like clouds would be more wavy if they were passing through. You'd be able to see that. And it doesn't look like there's any clouds in the sky right now. Where's Astro Corone? Right. Maybe he's working. Some people actually do have a job, unlike me. Don't worry, it's going to come back as soon as I get past that power line. The only thing is I'm losing time in my time lapse. I don't like to have big gaps in the time lapse. Because I'm probably going to have to delete all these. If you scroll back, and if you're just joining us and you scroll back, there definitely was a huge flare opening up right there. I'll have to put a timestamp in it on this video to let people know where it is if they want to see it afterwards. We're going through my power line in the backyard. That's why the sun looks dim right now. But hopefully it will start brightening up. It doesn't take that long to get past the power line. How long have I been capturing data for? Let me see. My first was at 1:30, almost an hour. You know what? I probably captured enough on this target. I should just start. Is there any other spot? Let's open up DayStar for a second. Let's see if there's something else I can capture. You can always go to DayStar's website and this doesn't look like it's current. Okay, that looks like where I'm at right now. Except it's rotated 90 degrees. Yeah, see, you got this here. And there's a sunspot right below. But there's also, you can see it's getting brighter again. I must be getting past, but there's also some stuff going on down here. Looks like there's a big sunspot below. While it's getting brighter, let's just stop the capture for a second. Let's cancel that for a second. Let's go down. Let's go down, man. There's another sunspot right there. But I think there's another big one down. Oh, gee, that's a huge one. Look at that thing. Let's make this a little brighter. Wow. But it's right near the rim. That one is huge. I want to capture that. Should I stay on this sunspot for a while? I think I've captured enough of the other one. I think I'm going to stay here. I want to stay on this, but I want to get let's get the screen right here. See, it's really bright up in the corner there. It's always darker near the rim. Probably because the way I have my tilt adapter going. Or maybe not. Let's see something. I want to try something. Is there a way to flip the image? Flip. You can see it getting bright. That's my power line going again. Vertical. I like that view better. I'm not going to capture it until I get past the power line. It's getting bright and the power line's going crazy again. That is huge. Oops. Very dark, though. It's this thing. I bet this is huge. I can't believe how big it is. I'm making it brighter at the expense of making the corner overblown, but I want to be able to see this. I could just crop it right there. Should I just leave it like this and start capturing? What do you think? Oh, wait a minute. Now I'm going through some clouds. Whoa, 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 whoa. I didn't see any clouds before. Is that another one of those things? Contrail or chemtrail? Why always are they in that spot? I'm passing through that now. Hang on. I tell you, I can look at the entire sky, and that is the only one there is in the whole sky passing through where I'm trying to capture. You know, it's the only one in the whole sky. Good evening. I think I'm past my power line. Here's the power line, and it might be past it. Oops, 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 oops. Wait. Oh. What is that okay? Does that look good enough? I like to make that the texture pop a little. I think that's good. Is that... Should I do a time lapse? Something is really going to change with that. But let me capture just a few of these anyway. I'm going to capture just 3, just to have some data on this spot. They're so huge. And I'm going to cruise around the sun after this, see if there's anything else. Well, let's see if there is anything else. Let's go back to that view. We were here for about an hour, and now we're here. This right here, is that it right there? That might be what I'm looking at. That spot right there. That long filament. Yeah, if you're just joining us, we had a huge flare and I did some processing, and that's what it looks like. But that flare was just gigantic. That's one process file of what I captured earlier. Not the sharpest thing around. Oh, that's 2 to 1. You can't do it that much. That's 100%. Whew. That flare is awesome. Okay, let's cruise around the sun now. I think we got the good stuff already. Wait a minute. That doesn't... I don't think I've seen this before. Oh, yeah. Oh, that is what I captured before. I forgot I inverted it. Let's go back to none. This looks new. I didn't see that before, and it figures I stopped capturing the time lapse at that point. Something looks different about this. It was not flip horizontal. Okay, that's the way it looked before. Now I'm going to mess with the focus. I hate to do it, but I got to do it. It's too hard to get a focus when the sun looks like it's through a puddle. Seeing conditions are very difficult, and it looks like it's getting worse. I don't think we're going to get much better. I think it's gotten worse. I think I've got enough data, everybody. I'm going to play around with that 50 or minutes or an hour of data that I've captured and see how it goes. Maybe I can put together a cool time lapse. Maybe not. But I'm going to thank everybody for joining. I had fun today. Thanks, everybody. And I will see you later. There's a big lag, so I'll get everyone a chance to have heard me that I'm leaving. See you later.